Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this. Basically what we're going to be doing in this episode is we're going to be putting this ALRS antenna on, and then we're going to start waterproofing the flight controller and the ESC as well. Right now I just kind of have everything mocked up of kind of how I'm going to lay things out. Since I still don't have all the parts I need to finish this, I want to get it fairly close. Wow, 4 people watching. I think that's more than I had the entire last live stream. Okay, don't want to lose that. So since the stuff takes a little bit to dry with the waterproofing, I'm probably going to start on the bottom side of the ESC and then probably flip it over and do these race wire, and then eventually I'll have to pry this heatsink off and do that. We don't need that. One thing I will not be coating right now is the underside of these pads right here where the XT60 connector goes in, because once I get everything in, I'm going to solder these LEDs up to the bottom. And so once I do that, I'll go ahead and put the waterproofing on those pads. Looks like that port is already kind of coated, so I don't got to worry about that. And I don't think I'm going to worry about taking these little gummy pieces out. I think I can reach everything from there. Losing a whole bunch of stuff. I think last time I just used a prop. I might have a couple of those laying around. Even though I know this has never been used, still gonna try and get all this dust off with a toothbrush. And wouldn't that suck? I do all this work and go and make sure everything works and it just is a dead unit. Now for the fun part. Yeah, I've used this stuff before, this worry-free FPV, and it's actually pretty easy to install. It just takes a little while to dry. Like, it'll probably take, it still might not even be dry tomorrow morning. Just realize you kind of can't see what I'm doing. Well, how's everybody doing tonight? It's been raining here all day, but I was still able to go out and fly a couple packs through my skylight, which is this one, and this is one that the build series is currently going on right now on my channel, and this is one that I completely waterproofed. But yeah, I got a couple packs in today, and then I went to look at the footage, and all the footage is in the wrong orientation, and I can't flip it, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try and fly this thing again tomorrow and get some better footage to redo the stuff that I lost today or not gonna be able to use. Yeah, got some of that all over my hand. Just tell everyone I did an entire flight knife edge. Maybe. Or I don't know, if I did an entire flight knife edge, that's some skill right there. I'm not that skilled. I need something magnetic that can hold this light on. 3D mode. Well, I held it in one direction then pretty decently for never doing 3D mode before. I'll try and get some of it up on Instagram. It's probably something I'll try and mess with later tonight. I feel like this stuff is drying way faster than it did last time. Just need a tiny bit more. Can't remember. This stuff doesn't have a tracer. Nope. I kind of wish it did. I kind of wish it was like this conformal coating. That'd make it really easy. No, I already got there. Looks like I'm just missing these little corners up here, and then I think we're going to go ahead and try and put that ELRS module in. I originally wasn't going to waterproof this thing, but after today and just being able to just fly in pretty much any condition, that's really handy. So I figured I'd probably like to have a waterproof 5-inch. Hopefully this thing will convince some of you guys that have quads to waterproof yours as well, because if I can do it, anybody else can as well. Alright, I think that's good enough. Just gotta make sure I don't make a mess everywhere. Okay, let's set this here to the side. Get all my soldering stuff together. I'm not going to use the helping hands because I've already broken off way too many chips this week for even thinking about using those. Gonna need to get some new helping hands because where are they? These things, what I was using, and the clamps just, of course now they're not going to do it, but I'd be soldering something and those clamps would just fall off, or these things would break surface mount chips off. Okay. I have to go get this sponge wet real quick. Painful to watch me hold that light. I mean, I have this nice bright old lamp, but it's kind of not really a direct. Messed with it. Yeah, good enough. I mean, I already have one kind of picked out. It's the one off Rotor Riot, and it has a light in it, and to where I could hold this board. And besides, I like this light. It has 3 different modes. It's got, you know, standard light, a laser, and a UV, which makes it really handy because then you can just, you know. But I know there's always better tools. And I know I don't have the best tools. Let's see. I think I have a wiring diagram pulled up on the laptop. Yep. Break something. See, that's for crossfire. There's the Express RS one. Right there. So I need, looks like these 4 right here. Love that soldering iron though. Definitely one of the better purchases I've made. Yeah, now you guys can critique my soldering skills. That first one was pretty crunchy. I don't think we need that much solder. Ow. Let's take some of that off. Same thing with that one. Just a tiny little bit more. There we go. Okay. Guess I can take it out of this print. Just making sure it fit, which it does. It fits pretty much perfect. So it looks like it's just going to go on just like that. I'm going to see if I can get you guys a slightly better shot. I don't know. I suck with these live streams. I'll get it figured out eventually. There. Now maybe my arm won't be in the way constantly. Probably will. Who knows? Straight wires. Yeah, good enough. Actually, I probably should be soldering these the other direction, or facing the other direction. Even though it's going to go that way. I just don't want all these wires blocking the other pads in case I need to use them. And again, what do I know? I've never built a drone before. This thing is not wanting to stay, and it's kind of annoying me. Man, these things look like crap. Stay. Hey, one of them doesn't look like crap. You know what? They're on there. They look like crap. No one's gonna know but me. I guess you guys, but not the prettiest thing ever. Oh wow, you definitely can't see that. I mean, yeah, they totally look fine. Don't worry about it. There. Now stop focusing. Whatever. Just take my word for it. They look great. Best solder joints I've ever done. Best solder joints the world has ever seen. Not even close. Well, that's on there now. I think that'll be plenty of wire. Oh yeah, we'll have plenty. Because this will go right here. Which I guess I haven't shown you guys all the 3D prints I got. Well, there's this one, which is a 03 antenna and Express LRS antenna mount. Got a original Osmo Action camera cage. We got skids, LED skids too. These are the newer style ones, so the LEDs will actually fit inside the skid and still go over the arm. So say if I take this LED out, you can still put it in here. You don't have to go outside like I did on the Nazgul. And then stick the arm inside there. And your LED is protected, which is, I thought, was super handy. Let's see what else we got. Well, I originally was going to keep the original OG air unit, so this is that. The antenna tail for that. And then these are the camera mounts. Since the 03 has to be soft mounted, that's what this is for. Let's see which one's the 03. This one's the 03 because it's further back. But yeah, this goes inside the titanium, replaces the camera savers. And then you have a little 3D printed front bumper. I think that's all the 3D prints I got. Yep. So yeah, those will be fun to install. Well, not these two, but see, technically there's no reason why I can't go ahead and install this. Yeah, might as well. Since we're waiting on that stuff to kind of dry up a little bit. Yeah, I figured as much. Apparently, these are really cranked down. There we go. Yeah, whatever. No, that won't work either. Time to wrap this standoff in some foam. Here we go. Which I test fit this earlier this week whenever I got it. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to need longer screws. Which I think I have. They just won't match. So yeah, that's the 03 one. Just snaps in there like that. Standoff goes in here. Maybe I won't need longer screws. Maybe it's just operator error. So yeah, that's what this is going to look like. I feel like one side goes in further than the other. Maybe ever so slightly, but yeah, whatever. See if these tiny screws will work. Nope. gotta find hardware. Which I actually might have some replacement hardware that's the same color in here. Not in there actually. Yeah, those aren't long enough. Actually, they might be, but they're stripped out. This is my parts bin. Quickly filling up. And there's some hardware, but it's all rusty or stripped. I think that's the same size as this. Yep. Nice. Now there's one odd one in there. See if this size will work. Looks like it. I'm sure I'm doing this wrong, but that one's tight. Let's tighten this one there. Nope, doesn't want to. Huh. Well, it's not perfectly centered, but not that big of a deal. I think I put the right one on. That sucks if I put the wrong one on. Yeah, I did. Because double check. I'm pretty sure the O3 air unit sits back further. Yep. And that it does. Because that would be flush, and this one would sit way too far back. Okay. Good to know I'm not putting the wrong parts on, so. still need those. Guess we'll go ahead and put this back on the frame. Man, I don't know, that just looks weird to me. Almost like it printed or didn't finish, didn't do a couple of the layers it needed to on this side. I think it's a couple of layers short. Okay. Don't want to dump that over again. Let's go ahead and put this back so I don't lose it, break it. And then I guess we'll go ahead and start waterproofing one side of the flight controller. I'll have to tape off the barometer. Which is something I wish I was smart enough to do last time I waterproofed all these. And then I'm gonna have to do the Express LRS module. Should probably do that first. Don't need this anymore. I think some hardware magnetized to that. Nope. Okay, I'm just losing my mind. Okay. Wow, that stuff's almost dry already. Last time it took like probably 24 hours to fully dry, and that's only been what, maybe 45, no, not 45 minutes, maybe like half an hour, and it's already set. Let's see. Make sure to put one of these in here. Don't want to get that stuff all in that port, and then I can't use it. See, I don't think there's anything else I need to put on this flight controller. No, I don't think so. I think just the Express LRS module. If you think of anything, throw it out in the chat before I put this stuff all over the board and then have to wait for it to dry. Rip it off and just to fix my screw up, which I've done a lot of today, it seems. Put this in the forbidden helping hands, just so I don't get this stuff all over the place. Okay, now I need to get a little piece of tape cut out for that barometer. That's way too big. Something like that. Tiny little piece of tape. Work. Yeah, it's on there. I don't know if it'll stick. Guess we're gonna find out. I'll just try and avoid that chip altogether, though. See, I don't think there's anything else on here I really need to watch other than that chip and this little button. Also tried to get my DSLR working so I could live stream on that, but that just didn't work out. I have to get some special adapter to make it work, and I wasn't going to be able to get it in time for me to do this live stream. So maybe next time I'll actually have a decent camera to live stream if I decide to do one of these live streams again. Instead of just, my phone, because that's pretty crappy. Can't zoom, crappy audio. That was close, almost put some of this right on the barometer. This stuff's already starting to dry. It's crazy. I need some more. Let's see, I don't think I missed anywhere over here. Yeah, no, I didn't. Now I just got to do this side of the board. Yep, we got somebody else commenting. Not sure what that means, but welcome in. Actually, I should probably put the lid on this. Yep, I'm waterproofing this thing. And hoping I'm not wasting my time. Because I have yet to fire this thing up and see if it even works. So, but yeah, we're using worry-free FPV, which I used on my skylight, and it's actually worked really well. I tested it out again today. Flew it in the pouring rain and no issues whatsoever. Dunked it in the puddle. Just gotta get a few more pads, and I think I'm done with this side. Man, this stuff's drying so much quicker than it did last time. Kind of under more of a time crunch now. It's like working with resin. Except for this stuff doesn't heat up and spontaneously catch on fire if you put in too much hardener. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't had any overheating issues, but then again, I just run all DJI stuff. I don't know how hot the walk snail stuff gets. Conformal coating might be a better deal for you than this stuff. But then again, you know, you could always try it and peel it off. It peels off pretty easy because it hardens, and then you can just kind of scrape it off if you need to. Which is nice because I had to do that last time. I had to redo a motor wire after I had waterproofed it, and I just scraped it off, cleaned off the pad, soldered it on there, and then re-put the stuff on there. It was pretty easy to do. Yeah, stuck to me again. So far, the only bad stuff about this worry-free that I found is that it has an expiration date. So you kind of gotta use it all by the expiration date. Otherwise, you kind of just wasted your money. Granted, it's like $10. So at the end of the day, it's, you know, if you waterproofed one quad with it and didn't get to use it all, then I think that's worth $10 right there. One thing I didn't think about last time whenever I was waterproofing is that it adds thickness. And on that skylight, everything's all crammed in there real tight. So therefore, I kind of had some spacing issues after doing that. But this one, I shouldn't have any spacing issues, hopefully. Because I'm running the wires a little bit differently and trying some different, like putting the wires in different places and stuff like that. Okay, I think this side is done. Oh, no, missed a spot right there. Yeah, I'm gonna need new stuff for that. This stuff's drying. Missed right there as well on that chip. Looks like I got everywhere else though, just around this. Tiny little bit more. Just right here. Over here on this side. Okay, I think I got it this time. Yep, got it. Yep. Okay, this side's all. Yeah, thankfully on these they have a big old expiration date on the back of the tube. Mine expires 3/18 of 24. So that's kind of another reason why I'm waterproofing this now, because by the time it's done, I'm like, oh, I actually want to waterproof it. It might be expired. And then I still have my Nazgul I need to waterproof, and then I have a Vanny Style Pro build coming up that I'm probably also going to waterproof. So that should get me all this stuff used, since it supposedly does, I think, 2 to 5 quads. And the nice thing is that I don't have to waterproof the air units or the O3 because they're already kind of done from factory. At least the Vistas, I didn't do anything to the Vista and I haven't had any issues. And supposedly the O3 is the same way. You just gotta let it dry out. Let's see. Guess while that one's drying, we can check the ESC. See how it's doing. I doubt it. No, it's still pretty tacky, so don't want to mess with that. Besides, I kind of want to save that for last, since I have to rip the heatsink off, and that's kind of a pain. Gotta rip the heatsink off, clean the thermal paste, put this stuff on there, and then put the heatsink back on top of it when it's drying. Should I go ahead and solder the LEDs on? Nah, I'm gonna wait and just do it all at once. Once I start actually putting everything together. Guess I could do the race wire though. And that side it's gonna suck. I don't think there's anything else in here I can mess around with. Guess we'll go ahead and start waterproofing the race wire. Nah. Don't want to mess up my wiring. I think I got all that though. Let's see. I don't really think there's anything else I can do right now while this stuff is drying. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead and end this live stream. Made a little bit of progress. Hopefully by this weekend I will have all the parts in that I need to go ahead and finish putting this all together, start tuning it, and then hopefully fly it. Right now all I'm waiting on is, I believe, the O3 air unit. Yeah, I think it's just the O3 air unit I'm waiting on, and then yeah, then I think we're about done with this build. We just got to throw it all together and then do all the software stuff, which I'm not looking forward to. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this live stream, and I don't know, had fun watching me try and figure out how to do some of this stuff. But I think that's gonna do it, and I guess I'll see you guys probably this weekend for next weekend, where we'll hopefully I'll just live stream just completely finishing this out.